My name is Tyranny. You may know me as the host of the Heart Next Door podcast. I'm also the founder of the Heart Next Door app, which is a digital village that puts care and community at the fingertips of new and expecting moms. And I'm so excited because we are at week 4 of this Built for Moms series. I can't believe how fast it's gone by. And it's also not just any week, this is Christmas week. So Merry Christmas to you all, happy holidays to you and your family. And I'm just so excited to continue this series and with next week's finale, which will be week 5, where we share a special gift for you, whether you're a mom or even a mom advocate, maternal advocate, that you can share that will be able to help you as we go into this new year 2026. And so first, with today's episode, what we're going to be talking about is keeping up with everything. Exploring the mental chaos of mom's appointments and what really saved me. I want to tell you something that still makes my stomach tighten when I think about it. There was a moment when I was pregnant and I realized I had missed an appointment that I knew really mattered. Not because I didn't care, not because I forgot on purpose, but because I had too many details living in my head at once. I remember sitting there thinking, how did I let this happen? And then the shame comes, right? Because moms don't just miss appointments, we fail, right? That's what this episode is exactly about. No one really prepares you for the mental noise of motherhood. Not the sleepless nights, not the physical exhaustion, but the constant background hum of remembering appointments, follow-ups, medications, referrals, emails you meant to send, forms you were supposed to fill out. And during the holidays, when routines disappear and offices close early, it all gets so much louder. This is the part of motherhood that feels very lonely because everyone assumes that you're handling it. So today, I want to talk honestly about the mental chaos and what actually helped me when I felt like I was dropping balls that I couldn't afford to drop. Here is the truth that I wish someone told me sooner. And it's also our first point of this conversation. The load on moms is heavier than we admit. The mental load of motherhood isn't just busy, it's relentless. There's a no off switch. Even when you're resting, your mind is scanning. Did I schedule that? Did I follow up? Am I forgetting something important? And when you forget, it doesn't feel small, it feels dangerous because the stakes feel so high when it's your children. And around Christmas, that pressure compounds. You're trying to be present, loving, festive, while still managing the machinery of care. And that tension alone is exhausting. Which leads me to my second point. Anxiety isn't the problem, isolation is. What I noticed in myself was this. The anxiety didn't come from the appointments themselves. It came from holding them all alone. I didn't have a place to put the information. I didn't have reminders I trusted. I didn't have a system that worked for my brain, so my mind became the system. And that's way too much for one person, especially a mother. There is something deeply unfair about expecting moms to carry medical, emotional, and logistical responsibilities without support, and then blaming ourselves when it feels overwhelming. So the third thing that we'll talk about is what really helped me, and this was really the realization that perfection is not the goal. Support is, right? What saved me wasn't suddenly getting it together. It was admitting that I needed help. I needed reminders that felt supportive. I needed a place where information lived outside of my head, and I needed something steady that I could lean on. And just as importantly, I needed to stop treating my humanity like a flaw, because forgetting doesn't make you careless, it makes you human. And that realization is exactly what led us to build the feature in the Heart Next Door app that we're going to share with you today. Not because moms need another thing to manage, but because we need somewhere to put the weight down, a place for appointments, for reminders, for support that doesn't feel like pressure. It's not here to replace providers or systems. It's here to support you inside of them, especially in seasons like this. So I'm so excited to share with you guys the appointment tracker. Okay, so inside of the Heart Next Door app, one of the features that I love that we have is the schedule. This is exactly the feature that we're talking about to allow you to track all of your appointments in one place. So you can manually add an appointment, or you can also choose to sync it to your calendar, because one thing we know about pregnancy and postpartum is that there are so many different appointments with doulas, with doctors, lactation therapists, pelvic floor specialists, so many different appointments, a myriad of them. And so this way you can be able to track them all in one place very easily. You see you have options here for that too. And then you can add any notes that you need. So let's say I have a pelvic floor therapy appointment. And then we can put therapist. You can choose to put a description if you like. Let's say bounce back. Bounce back. Okay. All right, and then you can put what date it is, what time it is, wherever the location is. We're gonna say this is a virtual visit. You can put the provider's name, their phone number if you choose. And then all you do is add the appointment. And then after you do that, you'll see it here. And then you'll also get a push notification when it comes up too. Alternatively, you could choose to sync it with your calendar, and then it would automatically read it so that whatever related to pregnancy and postpartum would come here as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If this Christmas feels mentally loud, I just want you to hear this. You are not failing. You are holding so much. And all you need is more support, and you deserve systems, and you deserve support that cares for you the way that you care for everyone else. So I hope you take this holiday to relax and recharge in the best way that you can, and also know that your village is always in reach. We'll see you next week for our finale episode and our wonderful gift that we're giving away on our 5th and final episode of Built for Moms. Thank you again for watching, and happy holidays.